This is what it is, okay? I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
What's up, guys? It's no secret at this point that everybody's had to adjust this year, adjust to adversity and just get used to new norms, basketball players included. A very weird year. So in this video, I just wanted to share with you guys some things that helped me get through adversity and changes, adapting along the way, and just things I like to keep in mind to help me get through life. I'm going to be taking you along with me today as we get ready for our game tomorrow.
So yeah, on Friday mornings anyway, we usually just get shots up and do like a team exercise with the team psychologist. I guess right on theme with this video, I was actually going to shoot this last week. We had a bit of a COVID incident, ended up having to push the video back to this week. It goes back to what I was saying about being able to adapt to different circumstances and whatever. So I decided to take the opportunity really to kind of just chill out. I don't think I really realized how much I was burning the candle at both ends. This YouTube and editing stuff's kind of new. Not really making too much time for myself. I hope you guys can hear me through this march. Don't want to have to reshoot this. Said little subtitles or whatever maybe. Yeah, so I took the opportunity for the I took the free weekend as an opportunity to kind of just like decompress and be a bit more strict about my time and such. Obviously, because you know basketball comes first at the end of the day. I don't want this to start, you know, affecting how I play because of lack of sleep or whatever. Yeah, so we play tomorrow. We're 3-2 at the moment. Obviously looking to improve that record. Things are good, man. Things are very good, right? Things are very good at the moment. Yeah, I'm here with my selfie stick, looking like a full-blown millennial. Yeah, I'm pretty sure no one's gonna want me shoving the camera in their face this early in the morning. It's redemption time, Pablo.
Huh?
It's redemption time.
What?
It's redemption time.
Oh, from yesterday?
Yeah, man.
Shit, I know. I'm done.
Yeah, that is going in. That is definitely going in.
Very good. I'm there. I don't know if it's on. I don't know. Go on, I see. Yeah, I'm gonna do my thing. On her leg.
You gonna do what? Oh, go ahead. Boy, go on then.
That's crazy that he actually did
He
that.
makes it first try and then he does that.
Eventually.
Lovely stuff. Beautiful.
Finally.
Beautiful stuff.
Go home now.
Really got to sort out my lighting situation. But I think one of the reasons Stoicism has kind of been so attractive to me is I'm a little bit of an overthinker, you know, naturally, just worry about things. Stoicism's kind of taught me in a way to use that positively. It's popular to tell people just think glass half full all the time.
Oh, I know. Just as I suspected. Half full.
positive thoughts. And yeah, there's some truth in that, but you know, I just never really bought into blind optimism just because it's not really the way the world works, at least not what I've noticed through my eyes. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. And it's important to kind of acknowledge that. Some of the teachings that philosophy offers, it doesn't tell you to sort of ignore and only think of the positive outcomes. It's kind of it helps you accept the things that are going on, the things that have happened to you, positive, good or bad, encouraging you to look forward and see where the opportunities come from that. And maybe not as blasé as, oh, well, everything happens for a reason, and like, yeah, this may be true, but I feel like there's more power in saying that what's happened to you may not be fair, but
That's life.
asking the world why me, that doesn't get you anywhere. It's much more productive. It's much more productive to you. It's much more constructive to look at your circumstances and go from there. It's kind of why I enjoy learning about it, and I'm by no means an expert.
I don't know shit about
Like it's something that I've really only like glossed over the surface on. These are just like three of my favorite sayings, to be honest. They're the ones I repeat to myself daily and try and just carry them with me throughout what I'm doing, especially a lot more recently than maybe I had in the past, with the first one being premeditato malorum. This is essentially encouraging you to let go of the tight grip. This is essentially encouraging you to let go of the tight grip that you have on the way you want things to go, and maybe be a bit more accepting of, you know, the way they are. Not only that, take into account, and like I just mentioned a few minutes ago, that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Murphy's Law. But anything that can happen will happen. So you need to prepare for that. If you don't prepare for that, you can get blindsided by these things and maybe thrown off course. Whereas if you've prepared yourself a little bit that these things might happen, maybe you'll go into a situation a little bit more prepared. This isn't to say to solely focus on all the bad outcomes. It's just accept that there are possibilities that, you know, it might not work out the way you want it to. And the way life is, quite often it doesn't always happen. Again, it's not walking into it with a negative mindset that these things will go wrong. It's understanding that they might. And obviously there are some things like we just can never account for. When that thing happens that you couldn't have accounted for happens, instead of again looking around and you know, screaming into the void, why did this happen to me? Well, that's life. This is the hand you've been dealt. How do you go from here? You're coming home from work, you get stuck in traffic. You can be mad about it, and it's frustrating, and it's not the way you saw it happening. You expected to get from A to B as quick as possible. Maybe you can listen to that podcast that you've been putting off for a while, or maybe you need to call somebody that you know you've been putting that off for a while too, and it's giving you an opportunity to do that. So it's just kind of finding opportunities where maybe necessarily you wouldn't have thought there might have been. I've got practice now in like an hour and a half or so I'm gonna pack my bags and, you know, get ready to go. So yeah, we'll talk about that next one on the way there.
Memento Mori. This basically means remember thou art human, or remember you will die. As morbid as that might seem when you first hear it, remembering your own mortality can actually be quite freeing in a lot of senses. If you live with the thought that you could basically leave this earth at any moment, you know, you should live with that sort of thought in your mind. You should think that way, you know. This could make you work harder and chase the things for the things you aspire to do in life, or encourage you to reach out to loved ones and connect with people better, because at the end of the day, none of this stuff here is forever. None of it's permanent. All of our time here is finite. So once you realize that nothing really matters, you'll spend it on the things that really matter to you, instead of getting caught up in and weighed down by the stresses of life, or even being pumped up too much with the illusions of grandeur through the good things that have happened. You don't want to spend too much time dwelling on things that have already happened, good or bad, because you can't take any of it with you. All that matters is the next thing, because at that next moment, that could be it. Live with each thought and live with each action, realizing that it could be your last one. If you keep that in the forefront of your mind, at the end of every day you can say, yep, I've lived, you know, you're on the right track. Don't take life too seriously. You want to accept the good without arrogance and the bad with indifference, because at the end of the day, none of us are here forever. So you want to tell the people what we do on Fridays? What do we do on Fridays, bro?
Half-court contest.
Yes, sir. What happens to the loser?
He has to buy everyone cookies or fucking sweets.
How many L's you taking this year?
About 0.
0.
Why the fuck you lying?
Wasn't you walking in with them that bag of treats earlier?
I think you must have mistaken me for
Bro,
Barbara.
I got you on film.
I lost once.
Stop fucking lying.
Boom.
Let's go, baby! How that shit taste?
Phrasing.
Delicious, bro.
Sensational.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's Saturday morning, game day here in Pomfrado. I just pretty much chill until the game, you know, watch some stuff on Netflix, play video games, just relaxing until it's go time, really. Final thing I wanted to talk about is Amor Fati. This means to love fate. This is essentially accepting anything that comes to you, to accept the things that happen to you openly, accept that they're a part of, you know, your life's tapestry. You know, you might notice that, you know, these 3 Stoic principles kind of link into each other quite nicely and overlap a little bit. So rather than fight against it, it's just best to go through it, downs, and it's important to embrace the bad things just as much as you embrace the good things. As difficult as that is, you know, to love your own fate is to love your own life. I just finished eating breakfast, so I'm gonna hop back on my PlayStation for a little bit, watch the Scout again, and get ready for later. I'll catch up with you guys just before the game.
So Shaq, you dominated down low tonight. Any thoughts?
You know, I just go out there, I play hard. I gotta thank my teammates. Everything felt really good for me.
Thank you, Shaq. Great game tonight.
What's up, guys? I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, I'm not an expert on this. I'm relatively new to the Stoicism myself. I've never gone into too much depth of it, but I hope at least me talking about some of these principles maybe it inspires you to just go and take a look at it for yourself, and maybe it's something you're interested in. Let me know in the comments what you think about this blog and any of the principles that I talked about. If any of these interest you, or you agree or disagree or whatever, like, share and subscribe. Helps me out a lot and it's all really appreciated. Thank you very much. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.